Okay, today I got a couple of screwdrivers I wanted to show you. The first one is the 12-in-1 Quick Change Magic Precision Screwdriver. I picked this up from my local hardware store, and I really needed it. I purchased a German watch, and it takes a 00 Phillips to remove the bolts from the back of the watch to replace the battery. And I'd never run into that problem needing micro tools before, so I ran down to my hardware store and this is what I found. And it was like 25 bucks. I'm like, 25 bucks to use, on one item. I was not real happy about it, but I thought, hey, this is kind of cool. This might be something, this might be a really cool tool. And it turns out it is a really cool tool. And so let's take it out of the package and we'll show you what it can do. First off, let's get a good look at it. It comes with 12 different bits, okay, and it expands. This thing is so cool. It expands out to 8 1/4 inches. So, you got some good torque, now you got some good distance. So that I thought was kind of cool, that, it can expand or shrink with a, quick turn. It's got quick change on the bits. Pull them in, pull them out. It's got a little pocket clip. So if you're a technician, you can just shove this in your pocket. And then in the cap are the bits. And they're double-headed bits. So there's 4. There's 1 in the tip. That's 5. And then another cool feature, number 6. You can use this as a stubby if you don't need the full length. So very cool. So there's your 6 bits. So those features alone are just very cool, aren't they? I mean, it expands, it shrinks back down, you got a little built-in stubby, and then one of the coolest features is you can use this back and forth for a variety of different applications, because you can magnetize the bits. This might going to be hard to see here. Let me zoom in. But you can magnetize the bits in the head by sticking them in this hole. Okay? And there you go. Picks it up, right? Okay. You got it? Picks it up. Now, you can also demagnetize. So now it won't pick it up. Oh, it still did. Hold on. Maybe I didn't do that good enough. Let's see. You're supposed to just drag it across. Wow, it's still magnetized. Okay, that just messed up my video. It's not supposed to be magnetized anymore. Wait, there we go. Now it's not picking up. So you just touch it on there. And not magnetized. Put it in the hole. And then magnetized again. And then just touch it. And not magnetized. Cool. So that's pretty cool little tool. I thought it was a little expensive, 25 bucks, but in the grand scheme of things, you get a lot for your 25 bucks. The ability to magnetize and demagnetize, I thought, was just a really cool feature. Again, and then for it to be able to expand, contract, shrink down to a stubby. Great little tool. And you get to carry all your little pieces in the back here. One in the cap. And one in the front. And there you go. Okay, so there's the 12-in-1 Quick Change Magic Precision Screwdriver. You can pick it up at your local hardware store. Okay? Alright, now On to the next find at the local hardware store. Microbits. This is a great little, very inexpensive kit for what it is. It's advertised as the Ultra Tough, Ultra Steel 44-piece precision screwdriver bit set. Comes in a nice little hard plastic case, very small profile. The hinge actually has metal running through the hinge, which I thought was nice on a $7 kit. It's not just cheap plastic. On the back, you can retract down the little hanging thing from the store. But on the back, it has all the bits that are included. So you can just pause that if you want to take a look at them. And then you've got a little finger push lock to open and close. Okay. Now for $7, you can't, expect a whole lot. I mean, you're not going to get the top quality at $7. But for what it is, I think this micro set is really, really cool, and it's definitely worth $7. Comes in a nice case. Here's your little driver, inexpensive driver. You get an extension, which is very cool, so you can get into a variety of different places with it. And then you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different carousels of bits. There's hex bits, there's 2 carousels of Phillips, 2 carousels of standard, and 2 carousels of star bits. And they're varying sizes. I mean, they go, let's see, let's grab, here's the star bits for one. Star bits go down all the way to T4. These need to be turned around so you can read them. I'm gonna have to do that later. But these go all the way down to T4, and they go all the way up to the biggest one, which is T20. Okay, so that's a pretty wide range there, and it's cool. You can pop out these little carousels. To get what you need, you just grab the top and you pull it toward you, and they come right out of the carousel. And then to put them back in, you just slide them down in from the top, so you don't wear that plastic out. Okay, so there's all your different ranges, and then here's your extension. And it snaps in really good. The only thing I didn't like, it was a little bit loose and wobbly. But for $7, I mean, you can still get some really good torque on this thing. It's really solid, so that's okay. Now, they added the feature, and it kind of makes it look cheap and chintzy, but they added the feature where you can take along a carousel if you need to. So you got to go run to somebody's desk and help them out with something, or loan them the bits. They're in there, they're not coming out. This is the only thing I don't like. They're just slamming around in there. They should have designed that part just a little bit better. It wouldn't have cost probably about a penny more to fix that problem. So yourself, you're going to have to shove some cotton or something in here to take care of that problem. But if you see in the cap, there's like a little section that stands out. Okay, and if you look at the bottom of the carousel, wow, it's round and indented. So you would think that these two would snap together, but they don't. So all they had to do was make that piece a little thicker around, and you could have snapped these on, and then they would have sat on the back of the cap like that, and they wouldn't have been banging around in there. But again, for a $7 toolkit, I'll take it. It works. I've used this on my German watch, because I actually ended up buying this kit after the other screwdriver I showed you. After I spent, I think, $25 to take out the bolts in my watch, and then I find this for $7. I was kind of kicking myself, but they're both different. They're both cool. They both have great features for what they are. So there you go. You got two nice little different types of screwdrivers with the bits, depending on what your need is, what you're going to use them for, what functions work the best for you. I mean, do you only need a very small range of bits, and you need the ability to magnetize more, or to get in different areas tight, or you know what, that's another thing. Let's check that out. wonder if this turns into a speedy. No, probably not. Probably not for $7, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Let's see real quick. No, too bad. See, that was another thing they could have did. They could have made it so this was a little speed driver, but that's okay. Still, for $7, it was worth the purchase. So there you go. Both at your local hardware store. That's my mini review on a couple of screwdrivers. I hope you're enjoying great gadgets and gear, and thanks for watching.